All right, this is the first time I've ever taken a second take on any of these videos. I don't really usually do that. So I was kind of at a loss for what to talk about today, but I just wanted to do mental health because, Monday, Mental Health Monday. And I just needed to bring awareness to that. So people usually think that, like, I'm just happy go lucky, got it all figured out, never scared of anything, right? And that's not true. Not true at all. I have a lot of fears, a lot of anxiety, and I've dealt with depression in the past. It's been a while, thank God. But like those things still affect me, right? I still get upset. I still have feelings, right? I think everybody knows that, though. It's just I have a different way of dealing with them. So things make me anxious all the time, right? And that used to cripple me, right? I was on medication for it for a while, and it used to dictate what I did in life and how I reacted, and just it used to cripple me, right? I'd be like, well, this might not work out, or this might not go the way I want it to, or this could be bad, right? And that in itself is defeating, right? Because then you never go out on a limb and try those new things, okay? So for me, like, what's really changed my perspective on anxiety is like I took some time to like reflect on it and look at it, and the only time I ever really regret something is, at least for me, is when I didn't do it, right? There's at least very few times in my life, if any, that I did something and I was like, wow, that was a terrible decision. But that's because I also have the perspective that when something's bad or doesn't go wrong, like, that's a lesson, right? So, like, I'd way rather do something and have it be fucking terrible, miserable, you know what I mean? Just drag me through the dirt. And have that, like, that learning experience, right? Because that's growth. That's where the growth comes from. Growth usually doesn't come from good things, it comes from bad things. So, if you're going to let your anxiety stop you from trying things because they might go wrong, you're really just crippling your own self-growth. And that's just my perspective, in my opinion. Everybody has their own, right? I'm just going to touch a little bit on depression because, I haven't had any bouts with it in a long time. Thank you. Thank God. That's a good thing. But it was debilitating. I was on medication for that as well, and I was just hopeless. Contemplated suicide a few times, like I've been there. And which is, people think is weird given where I'm at now, but even I think it's weird. So for me, dealing with depression was like definitely a lot harder because when you're in it, it just feels like nothing's gonna help, right? And it comes on suddenly, and it's a subtle thing, which makes it just the most dangerous, right? And of course, everybody says just reach out, you know what I mean? Ask for help, but it's like sometimes you don't get the help you're looking for. Most of the time when I reached out, it was like I was looking for validation, or I wanted like some to feel heard and cared for, you know what I mean? And everybody always just tries to fix your problems, and it's like a lot of the time that's not what we're looking for when we reach out to people. We just want to be heard and validated, and you know what I mean, for those feelings to be identified. And that makes it hard. So like reaching out wasn't really always the best option for me. I didn't really feel like I was getting everything out of it. What really tipped the scale in my favor and has saved me from depression is I have like a lot of passions and hobbies now, and things that I've gotten good at, right? And so I have a different sense of self-worth that I can kind of fall back on when shit gets rough. Like I can kind of be like, well, you're pretty good at that, and I have off days at those things too, but I still have that sense of value because I bring something to the table in those aspects of my life. And the hobbies is like, even if I'm not good at it, it's like, fucking enjoy it, right? And it gets me outside of myself. So yeah, obviously reach out. Hopefully that works. Find hobbies, find things you're passionate about. Just find things that you love, right? And learn to love yourself.